Hello, I'm David Chaston with 98.9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news China needs to create a huge number of new jobs just to sustain social stability. Firstly, however, today's dairy auction was a mixed affair. In a low-volume event, the lowest on offer in the last 45 events, overall prices were down 1.2% in US dollars, with sharp falls for skim milk powder, which was down 8.6%, where a quarter of the auction volume was. But more than half the volume was in whole milk powder, and that price actually gained in US dollars. At the same time, the New Zealand dollar is weaker, so overall prices actually rose 0.3% in local currency, with whole milk powder prices in New Zealand dollars up 1.2%. It could have been much worse. The derivatives market signalled that whole milk powder prices would fall more than 4%, and that didn't happen. Soon Fonterra will announce its half-year result, and no doubt will be quizzed on its China status, and we'll have a full separate coverage of that below. In Washington, almost below the radar these days, a now normalised frenzy is taking place to fund their federal government. The current funding runs out this weekend, and disagreements over healthcare policy, immigration and funding for a crucial New York rail tunnel project drag on. Before them is a plan just to keep things going until October. In China, their electricity consumption was up more than 13% in the first 2 months of 2018. That compares with a 6.6% gain in the same period in 2017. Such raw data is a good indicator of real activity there. They need this growth because they need to create between 11 and 13 million new jobs this year. Their working age population will grow by more than 15 million people. Farmers are still flocking to the cities, and graduates are pouring out of the universities at an increasing rate. In addition, cutbacks in industries with severe overcapacity also need to find new work. China is on a jobs-creating treadmill at present. A closely watched survey of German business confidence fell sharply and unexpectedly in March. The sentiment index fell to plus 5.1% this month from a plus 17.8% level in February. That was compared to the consensus forecast reading of a 13% plus. Meanwhile, the EU's own survey of consumer sentiment showed it holding at a relatively high level. In the United Nations survey, they have rated New Zealand the 8th happiest place on earth, the same rank as 2017. Finland is now number 1. We rank just behind Canada and well ahead of Australia at number 10 and slipping, the US at number 18 and also slipping, and the UK at number 19, slipping as well. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield is up today at 2.88%. The gold price is down $5 an ounce, $1,312 an ounce. Oil prices are about $1.50 a barrel higher today and now just under $63.50 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is just under $67.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar will start today much lower at 71.9 US cents. On the cross rates, we're lower too at 93.5 Aussie cents and 58.7 Euro cents. That puts the TWI at 73.2. I'm David Chaston. That was 98.9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.